You are blind. Do you not see the grace of God like upon your life? Do you not see that, sis? Comparison is a killer of joy, and it steals happiness from your life because you think that you are not where you're supposed to be. You are where you're supposed to be. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're new. Hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay, to subscribe. We always have a good time on this channel. Now, as you already see by the title, today's video is going to be comparison. I really don't know how I'm going to title it yet because I'm just talking right now, but I'm going to talk to you about how to not compare yourself, and also I'm going to be installing this hair and styling this hair that was provided to me by MyFirstWig. Before we jump right into this video, I've seen a lot of people talk to me about my Instagram not coming up. You guys, we have sad news. My Instagram was actually disabled yet again. I really don't know what's going on, and if anyone can help me, please just help me. You guys know my first Instagram was disabled and I didn't get it back, and that was about 3 or 4 months ago. And then I opened this new one. At first it was disabled like 2 weeks ago. I was able to get it back in like 2 days. Now it's been disabled for like 2 days, two to 3 days, and I've tried everything and I'm not hearing back from Instagram. I really don't know who I offended or what I did wrong. I really don't know, but I am definitely trying to get it back. So if you're trying to reach me on Instagram and you're not finding my profile, this is the reason why, okay? Instagram has just been doing a madness and I really don't understand why they targeted me. But anyway, we move, okay? We move, and if I'm not able to get it, I'll create another one again and just hope and pray that I doesn't get taken down. So all that being said, let's just get right into the video, okay? So as you guys already know, I'll be chit-chatting with you while I install the wig from MyFirstWig. I am so excited to be working with MyFirstWig, by the way, you guys. Like, you have no idea, because I've always wanted to work with them for the longest time. The wig comes with 3 combs and also comes with a strap, and this strap is like the bra strap, so you could, you know, tighten it or loosen it up. So we love that. I think I'm going to just tighten it a little bit. So you guys are already familiar with how I do these videos. Like, when I'm installing my wigs, I talk about, you know, what we have to talk about. And today we're going to talk about comparing yourself. We all do this, even if we're healthy people, we're not toxic. I'm so sorry guys if you hear me sniff. I have a cold. It's not actually a cold, I just have allergies, and during this time of the year my body is always dancing all over the place. So I'm so sorry if you hear me sniff. We don't like to talk about how we feel when we compare ourselves to other people. People don't even like to accept that they do this, because I mean, everyone sees it as, oh, jealousy and, you know, envy and all that stuff, and people are usually embarrassed to talk about it, but it's all right. I'm here to tell you today that we all do this. Like, I can't even say like a good amount of people do this, but we all do this. It's the life that we live right now. So on social media we tend to compare ourselves to people. I feel like it's also a way of us checking our progress in life. We do this in a very unhealthy way, because if you check your progress through someone else's progress, you will never ever see your own point. Do you get what I mean? So you will never ever see the success that you've achieved. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if, for instance, they are already ahead in life, or you think they're ahead in life because they have this job that you've always wanted, but you don't have it yet, or you've been rejected from the job, they have a stable relationship, they can afford this and the third, they go on trips, all that stuff. Like, if you see things that you don't have but they have it, automatically in your head you think you're not progressing in life. We all do this because we all tend to focus on the things that are not going right in our lives, and even sometimes in our partners' lives, especially as women, we focus on the things that are not going right, forgetting to count, you know, our blessings and, you know, see the progress from where we're coming from and appreciate it. We always tend to, you know, want or desire the things that we don't have. Forgetting that we have a lot to be grateful for. I didn't bleach this week. I only plucked it a little bit. It came slightly pre-plucked, but I wanted to pluck it a little more, so that's the reason why I went ahead and did so. So this is how the hairline looks. I think I showed you guys how the hairline came originally without me doing any work to it, so you can definitely wear the hair as it came. Again, I can already tell that it's going to be a very beautiful install. Now, another important thing that I need to touch on is how we don't realize that most of the people that we compare ourselves to, 99.9% of the people that we compare ourselves to, don't really have the things that we think they do. Especially on social media. Like, I've spoken about this a million times. Most of the times, the things that makes us drawn to the people that we're drawn to, and then we begin to question ourselves, is because we're only seeing the part of their lives that they want us to see. Do you get what I mean? So you're seeing that part that obviously everything is good. No one likes to come in public looking a mess, feeling a mess, and also like showing their downsides or their down moments. So you typically see that perfect side of everyone every time you meet them, except they're like your very close friends. And to be honest with you, even our very close friends, not everyone likes to come out, and even to your friends, because sometimes it could feel like a burden when you're always coming out with problems. So sometimes your friends might not even be okay, but they don't want to always be the ones to complain, so they would typically just come out smiling all the time, even when they're not okay. So that's the reason why you cannot judge people based off of, you know, appearance. You just cannot do that. You really can't. That's like a very shallow thing to do, a shallow way to live your life. Nowadays, fake life is very common. You have to be really careful. Don't sit here and question all the good things that you're doing with yourself. Don't sit here and question your life, your progress, your hard work, just because someone looks good on Instagram. That's the dumbest thing you can ever do to yourself, because they don't have the things. I keep saying this thing, but I feel like sometimes people don't exactly take it serious. Most of these people that you're looking at on Instagram, they don't have even quarter the things that they come online to make it seem like they have. They don't. Everyone is just struggling. And to be honest, some people actually come online to make it seem like they have this thing so that they can actually attract these things. You get what I mean? You know that fake it till you make it sing. Yeah, some people actually do that on purpose, just because, you know, they're trying to attract the real thing, but they don't have it yet. While you're there questioning your own life over these people's tactics of living, that's completely unhealthy. You need to master being content and being satisfied with the life that you were given. You need to also understand that everyone's journey is different. I need to sound this for everyone to understand. Everyone's journey in life is different. Where you are right now is, I believe, where you're supposed to be. No matter the mistakes and bad decisions you've made in your life, where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. That's where God said that you should be at this point in your life. So appreciate it. Baby steps. Accept your progress. Accept yourself. Yeah, of course, like growing up, we all had, you know, goals at different age in our lives, and then you suddenly get to that point and you're like, okay, at 25 I had written in my journal that I would be, you know, a business owner. I'll be damn near, like, you know, close to marriage. I'll be engaged, you know, all these things. But you need to also get that we plan, but God actually executes his own plan in our lives. Let God's will be done in your life. And that's exactly how life is. You can want a billion and one things, but if that's not your journey, if that's not your calling or where you're supposed to be in life, you're not going to get to that point that you're so desperately, you know, seeking to get to. It's not because you're not working hard enough. It's just because that's not your calling. That's not part of your journey. That's not who God has destined you to be. So someone else's clock, you can't exactly work with it, because that's the life that they're living. That's who they are. That's who they are destined to be. And sometimes, I mean, that's not even who they are destined to be, but they are just forcing it, and you don't want to be that person. And if most people open their mouth and tell you what they did or what they're still doing to get to the point that they are at the moment, I'm pretty sure you would not want to be them. I'm pretty sure your idea of that person will completely change. I like to use Go To Bits, but you guys know I don't use glue on my wigs because I'm not just a glue girl. But yeah, if most people tell you what they had to do or what they are still doing to get to this point that you're jealous of, or you're comparing yourself to, comparing your boyfriend to, for instance. If they tell you what these people are doing, your mind cannot even carry it. So learn to be content with your progress. Learn to be content with the life that you're living. It's no matter how bad it is, you are on the right track. We always tend to not see how far that we've come because, you know, we're not there yet. We think we're not there yet. We've not achieved, we've not hit this goal, we've not done this, we've not done that. Sis, you're bothering yourself for no reason. Just because you're not content with the position that you are, you would always be in an unhealthy competition with everyone. And in most cases, they don't even know that you exist. So you don't want to be that person that is always trying to, okay, you see, this girl is 23. She has done this, she has done that. Okay, I need to do this. You are in an unhealthy competition with someone that does not give a fuck about you. You lose focus because of this. Like what you're supposed to be doing, the pace you're supposed to be moving in a way that your head will become enough for you to make the right decisions. Just because you're trying to hurry up and beat somebody else's time, you forget completely what you should be doing at that very moment that would have been beautiful and would have made you flourish as in your life. So I quickly went ahead and cut off this side and laid it down properly. I still have the lace on this side. Do you guys see how melted this hair is? Like, it is melted to my scalp. You can't tell me nothing. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead off camera, do this side, then I'll come back and then we can keep chit chatting. Okay, let's quickly talk about comparing ourselves physically to other people, because to be honest, especially now and the way BBL bodies and surgery bodies are being like glorified and praised nowadays, it's like if you've not gone under the knife, if you've not had surgery, you don't have a nice body. And now it's like men typically stare towards, you know, the perfect looking bombs, perfect looking bodies, basically the BBL bodies, the lipo bodies. So in that way, we have natural bodies, we tend to be insecure about, you know, what we're working with, what God has blessed us with. And on social media, trust me, if we start to talk about how nowadays it's like Instagram themselves, typically they now like kind of promote those type of bodies. We're not finished today if we start talking about how social media has glorified these, you know, worked on bodies. So men typically go for people with like flat bellies and, you know, big bum, the unrealistic look. Now let me just tell you guys something, right? It depends on the area you live in or what country or city you live, but I've probably seen like 1 or 2 people physically my entire life, and I mean the bodies were all right, but they were not as good as what it looked like on Instagram. I mean, it looks good, but not as good as what you would expect it to look like or what it looked like on social media. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, you see how they look, like the bodies look so good on Instagram, bro. That's not how it looks like in real life, and it really isn't that good. So learn to love yourself. Learn to accept yourself for who you are. These things, these natural features that were given to you by God, yes, you can enhance it. Yes, you can live a lot more healthier by going to the gym, eating right. I'm just saying all of this like I'm not human also that faces things. No, trust me, I do face it as well. Like, I mean, I see how it is, especially like being I don't like calling myself an influencer, because I feel like I'm too tiny, like I'm a micro influencer or a micro YouTuber. But yeah, like especially like being on the internet, creating content, being a YouTuber, everyone literally has their bodies done these days, and clothing brands even, they want to work with you when your body is banging, all that stuff. But don't be fooled. You can completely be the way you are, your plain Jane self, and still make it in life. Definitely still. I burnt myself. Oh my god, I burnt myself. Just work on yourself. Just make sure that you're fit. It's completely fine to have a fupa. It's completely fine to, you know, have a little bit of weight on you. I do have a little bit of weight on myself, and I am very happy with how I look. So yeah, all these things can actually make you feel bad about yourself, and I pretty much understand that. But that's the reason why I said discipline. Know your worth. Tell yourself that, oh, you're good enough. You're definitely good enough. That's the reason why I don't think I would ever stop making self-esteem, confidence type videos on my channel, because we do not talk about these things enough. And honestly, like we face them every single day in our everyday life. Like, we're always challenged with one thing or the other. We're always facing one critic or the other, one, you know, problem here and there. Someone actually saying something, a brand is actually doing something, your boyfriend is actually cheating on you with someone with a banging body, your boyfriend is cheating on you with somebody with a bigger ass, a bigger boobs. Our mental health is tried all the time. When you focus your energy on your progress, your successes, you know, how far you've come, you do constant like health checks on yourself. Like, I'm telling you, mental health checks on yourself. You know, we don't stop for a second to ask ourselves like how we're doing, because we're basically on a go type mood, and we don't like, we tend to ask other people, so our friends, family, loved ones, partner, whatever, look, how you doing today? Like, I know it's tough on you, blah blah. But do you ever stop for a second to ask yourself, like, mental health checks on yourself by yourself, like, how am I doing today, Lucy? Like, how do I genuinely feel? Like, I hope I'm not masking anything. Those things actually kind of help you mentally, like, to struggle through the day. When you begin to focus on your progress and your successes in life, your self-esteem actually increases, your self-worth increases, like how you feel about yourself. That's the high value woman I'm talking about, because you look at yourself, you're like, I don't care what the next person is doing. Like, I am happy for them that they are progressing in life, because obviously I want everybody to progress. But at the same time, it doesn't take away from what I am doing. It doesn't take away from my progress and my own success in life, and even where I'm headed. So you need to always constantly remind yourself. Now let me circle back a little bit to, you know, how our journeys are different in life, because I feel like we know this, but we don't put as much attention on it, because it's just like, yeah, that's what people say, that's what it's supposed to be, that's what everyone says, like, oh, everyone's journey is different, everyone's purpose in life is different. Yeah, we just say that in passing, but do you really believe it though? Because if you really believe it, you will not beat yourself up about why, you know, Janet actually is engaged right now at 22 and you're 22, and you're just like, I too want to be engaged. I'm going to use Janet as an example. So Janet is 22, you're 22. So Janet's boyfriend proposed to her, right, at 22. So she's going to get married to her boyfriend, right? And then you begin to give your boyfriend heat. So do you know that you can actually break up with the guy that you're dating at that time, date 3 people after, and still get married before Janet? Do you know that? Good. So it's not about how far or how well. My mom used to always say this as well, and we'll just be like, I've seen a situation that there was a group of friends. This is a live situation right in front of me. They were like in a squad or stuff. They were dating each other in that squad, so they had like couples in the squad and all that stuff. So the first couple to get engaged in that squad, they are broken up now. The ones that were in a situationship at the time when that couple got engaged, got married like a year after. Life is just in circles. Like, life, I don't want to say life is weird, but life is just what it is. Like, you can't beat yourself up about a situation. You cannot punish yourself for something not going the way you want it to go. That is just dumb. The way you want it to go isn't the way God wants it to go most of the time. So you beating yourself up, calling yourself stupid, doing the absolute most just because you did not get that job, that is completely out of line. Like, you're basically wasting your time dwelling on what didn't happen right, when you can actually be like, okay, yes, it hurts that I put in so much work and it didn't work out, but okay, I guess this is the plan that God has for me. And then you move. The longer you dwell on the things that are not going right in your life, like, the longer it takes for you to actually progress in life. That's the honest truth. It will take you longer to actually get something done in your life when you dwell on your negative sides, when you dwell on the things that are not working but you have been trying. Okay, leave it. Try something else. Try something else and see how God uplifts you. Because to be honest, when you keep telling God, okay, I see your hand in this in my life, I see what you're doing and this is your will and let it be done. Okay, guide me be my leader, let me follow you. So if you say this is not the man for me after I've spent 10 years with him, I trust that you have my life figured out already, so I'm not going to question your will. That's the mentality that I want everyone watching this video to have. That way life is easier for you, because honestly, even me that I'm talking to you about this, like, I have gone through the phase where I didn't believe in so many things that I'm speaking about right now on my channel. I didn't know so many things. I did not know how life was. Even as close as last year, a couple of months ago, there are so many things that were foggy in my head. There were so many things that were not clear, and I'm just like, why am I here? Like, why am I here? Look at this and that. Why am I here? And then I'm just like, are you dumb? Like, are you stupid? Because look at where you're coming from. Look at how much you've achieved in such a short period of time. Like, why are you so ungrateful? Why are you so lost? Because you really cannot see. You're blind. That's why I just kept telling myself, you are blind. Do you not see the grace of God like upon your life? Do you not see that, sis? See, y'all just need to understand that comparison is a killer of joy, and it steals happiness from your life, because you think that you are not where you're supposed to be. You are where you're supposed to be. It's even as little as, okay, you graduated high school, for instance, and you know, in an African home, like, typically we graduate high school at 16, 17, but if you're late, 18. And then the next thing, because our parents, you know how we are, especially Nigerian homes, like, you have to go to university, you have to get admission, and trust me, that's why you see all those Nigerian aunties and uncles, like, they put a tab on our lives that it's ridiculous. Every step of the way, there's one person set looking at your life, trying to see how far you've come. Listen, you just graduated high school. Breathe. And the fact that your friends, immediately they finished high school, they traveled abroad, or they went to Obodo Yibo, they went to America, they went to all these other places, and you're struggling to get into Unilag, you're struggling to get into, a federal or, community college or community university, whatever it's called, and you're not getting it. 17 passed, 18 passed, your friends are already in, like, what, 200 level, 300 level, and you still haven't gotten it, and you're like 20 now. Now let me just tell you something, because I feel like a lot of people don't know this. I was in that same situation as well. I actually started uni to get my bachelor's when I was 20 or 21 even, and look at where I am now. Like, it doesn't make a difference in your life when you start to achieve those things, or when your journey starts. It doesn't. When God says you will get there, you will get there. I know so many people that started before me, and they don't even have a job right now. People don't actually know that, your 10 years plan, where you're supposed to be in 10 years, that God has already destined you to be at that particular time. You can use your own hand to destroy it, just because you're trying to pull your grace from 10 years late, like in the future, to your present moment. And in most cases, you actually get it. And that's just for God to teach you a lesson that you need patience and endurance in your life, because he has a plan. I feel like this video is being too, spiritual, but I'm trying to be honest with you guys. God has a plan for everyone's life. Where you're supposed to be in 10 years is already set on stone. It's already set on stone by God. So you trying to hasten the process, trying to bring that your 10 years down here to your present time, that is why it wouldn't work. And you will make that much mistakes that when you get there in 10 years, you'll be miserable, and even further in life than usual, because you did not wait for your time. Your time is the best. God's time is the best. Never forget that. Whenever I'm talking to God, I ask God for so many things all the time. I'm just like, God, I need your grace, I need your guidance, I need this, I need that, I need you to see me through this, I need you to, like, I want this, I want that, you want this, you want that, right? Yeah, that's good. But stop for a second and ask, God, this one that I want this, is it the right time for me to have it? Ask yourself. You want this, you want that, you're working hard, you deserve this. Obviously, everyone wants to reap the fruit of their labor. Everyone always wants, okay, you're putting in the work, let me see the results. Basically, that's how life is. Yeah, so if you're putting in so much work into something, you're like, okay, I need to see I need to see the results. You know, there are people that actually crave wealth so bad, and then they put in so much work into accumulating wealth or wanting to be rich, wanting to have money, that they are just like, why is it not working? What if it's not the right time for you to have money? And if you have money at this time, you might not be able to handle it, or maybe it's just not the right time for it to stay, to come and stay and stick forever. Do you get what I mean? So sometimes it's just like, appreciate the point that you're in, appreciate the progress, understand that your time is coming. Wrapping up this video, the major things that I want you to take out of it is love yourself. Love yourself, trust your own journey, trust your progress, trust that everything is in place, and if not, will fall in place as your journey progresses. Also know that the next person isn't doing better than you are. You are just following the path that you were destined to. So trust it. Always believe in yourself. Always be confident in yourself. Be confident in the amount of work you're putting in yourself and in your life, in whatever thing that you're doing, in terms of relationships, studying, you know, career-wise, professional-wise. Like, just trust that you're doing enough, and always try your best to improve yourself in every way possible. I talk about self-development all the time and self-improvement. In fact, my entire channel is about self-improvement and development as a woman, especially in your 20s. But the thing is, you need to always put in the effort to do your best at every given point in time. Your results are with you. It doesn't matter if the results come in now or they come in later. Just know that you're putting in the work, and make sure you're putting in the work. Okay? Trust your journey. I can't stress that enough. Trust your journey. Believe in yourself. Understand that the body that you were created in is the best body for you. There is no need to feel the pressure or to feel insecure. And I say this now, I don't have a problem with you getting work done. I actually don't have a problem. If the case is that bad and you have to, and you feel like you absolutely need it for your mental health to be in check, you can do it. But personally, I do not recommend that you change any part of yourself just because you feel like that's what's in trend, or that's what all your friends are doing, and that's what's getting them all the men and all the money. So you're going to do it that either way, or you're going to do it because of that. That's not a healthy thing to do, because when you start, you cannot reverse it. You need to understand that you can't reverse it. When you start to touch here, touch there, touch all of it, you can't reverse it. You'll miss the old you, and I can assure you, when you do it for the wrong reasons. But yeah, that's basically everything. I also finished up my hair off camera because I was basically not doing a good job speaking to you guys and doing that, so I had to speed it up, and this video is already as long. So anyway, I'm going to leave all the specs to this hair in the description box below. I'm also going to leave the link, the direct link, like discount codes, just about everything you need to know about this hair. This hair is super amazing. You guys already see how it looks. Like, you see how this hair looks, the highlight look, the browns. I love that the highlight is not as much. It actually complements the brown a lot, and also complements my skin tone, so I really love it. This is how the lace is, pretty melted to my scalp. Thank you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.